I first remember Susan back when I first ran for election back in 2007 for my first campaign. I think that's when our paths first really crossed, and I knew then that Susan was special.
I first met Susan serving on Yemi Mobilate's mayoral campaign. So Susan was on the board and I was on his campaign team, and I had the privilege of getting to go to a few of those meetings and meeting a lot of the leaders.
Susan is behind the scenes, just kind of moving all of us forward and really, in some ways, retooling and shaping this community.
I think the most recent is the Philanthropy Collective, and over at 315 Pikes Peak, and you know, her mom Kathy and I had been spending some time together 10 or 12 years ago, and just talked about how do we inspire and accelerate more philanthropy in our community. And Susan embraced that idea from the get-go, and frankly has been boots on the ground over there. She offices there several days a week.
Susan's one of those people that does a tremendous job of just maintaining relationships. And when they came back to town right around 2000, I saw her immediately engage in not only some nonprofits, but some other community organizations that obviously she had passion about and were in need of some great help.
There was just something distinctive, something different about her and the magnitude of things that she was working on.
She's just a really easy person to be around. There's nothing that you know, when you're hanging out with Susan, you know it's going to be a low stress environment. Yet there's going to be a fire and a passion burning within her on project work and those kinds of things. So I just find her to be one of the most fun people to be around in Colorado Springs, and just been really excited to know her for, you know, gosh, 50 years.
Susan has become someone that I go to when I have an idea or thinking about doing something different. Because Susan is a very thoughtful, wise woman, and she's a good one to run ideas off of. A few years ago, I invited Susan to join the Garden of the Gods Foundation Board. When we had an opening, she was the first person that came to mind, and she's just so thoughtful. You know, when Susan speaks, people listen.
Susan's style of leadership and her style of being is one that looks to the underrepresented voices, that looks to the non-traditional places for wisdom, and she wants to make the table bigger. And she's so willing and happy to pull up another chair. And that's something I've always seen in her.
I think if Colorado Springs had more people with the traits that Susan has, we would be a better community.
Susan, I just want to say congratulations. It's so well deserved, and I can't think of anybody who deserves it more than you do this year. So congratulations, Susan.
Susan, congratulations on this wonderful recognition. It is very well deserved. I can't wait to see what you are going to do in this community going forward, and I hope I get a chance to work with you on many of the projects that you're passionate about. Congrats.
So Susan, proud of you. Well done. We're all proud of you.
Susan, congratulations. This award is so well deserved. You are a leader among leaders. You are a woman who I admire and look up to. And you're just a great person to get to do life with. So thank you for all that you've done, and congratulations.